Hey, hello. Hey, guys. Hello, hello. Why is my screen always looking so dark? Hold on. Hey. There, that's better. Hey, Misty, how are you? Hello, hello. All right, guys, what's going on? Have you guys seen? All right, y'all. I have been down the e-files rabbit hole today, and it's been wild. It's been so wild. Absolutely crazy. Did you guys see what was good? A lot of your ice is melted. Good. Hey, Elise. Hello, hello. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the heart me's. Thank you. Shandy, man, I can't listen. It has been absolutely crazy. I keep going down. I keep looking at these files and reading the emails, and it has just been, I don't know, it's been draining, though, emotionally draining to watch all of this. It's been, like, absolutely insane. But, guys, did you guys hear about Savannah Guthrie's mom, Nancy? What's going on with that? There was ransom notes put out for her. That's wild. That's absolutely crazy. Hey. So are we thinking that this is e-file related? Is anybody else thinking that Savannah Guthrie's mom, Nancy, being missing is e-file related? Hey, Lala, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Man, I mean, look at who her husband was. Look at who she is. And that man, I really do believe that all of this has to do with things that were recently dropped in the e-files, man. I think that's crazy. Thank you for the heart me's. Thank you. I appreciate it. But, oh, man. And then Harvey goes and gets a ransom note, and I think, what was it, News 12 or News 13 out there? Also got, so there were 2 ransom notes given. Man. This is all getting crazy and getting out of hand. Is anybody else, look, I'm not trying to be a jerk, all right? I'm not trying to be a jerk, but is anybody else thinking, hey, Mercy, is anybody else thinking, why Harvey? Why is Harvey getting the ransom note? Of all the people that could be getting ransom notes, I feel like Harvey? I don't know, guys. That's a little bit crazy to me. I just feel like, I don't know, guys. I know, so Kellyanne said because it's TMZ and TMZ breaks things first, but do they? I mean, I don't know. I feel like when I think of TMZ, I'm about to get myself in some shit. But I don't think like this kind of situation. I just feel like, I don't know. Wasn't he just named in the e-files too? Wasn't he friends that's going to take care of all of the publicity and the stuff? Yeah, guys. Yeah. Yep. So really, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I mean, think of what is Savannah Guthrie, what has she done? Other news stations got notes and didn't broadcast it. They went to the police. That right there, occasionally, you're absolutely right. So I question that too. I think, as far as I know, I saw one other news station in Arizona got a ransom note. They did not broadcast it. They brought it to the police. But did Harvey call the police first, or was he saying that he was trying to get in touch with the correct people and he brought it to us first? That right there is sus to me. Like, why would you even talk about getting the ransom note before the police have the chance to get it and do all of the things with it. And I don't know. I feel like that was... He got in touch and was waiting for another call back. Yes, well, okay. I don't know, man. I know that he was saying that he was still trying to get it to them. Like he didn't get the note to them. Was Harvey's an email? Because I know the other one news station was an email. Was Harvey's an email? Or is that an actual handwritten note? Do we know? I wouldn't announce it either, Brianna. Not even close. That's something that the police need to handle the way they need to handle it. That's definitely not TMZ. That's just not their place. Come on, Ivory. What's weird is they never want police involved, so why would you send it to the news and not to the family only? That's exactly it. It was an email that they got, Brianna. That's exactly it. If it was a real ransom note, why would you send it to news outlets like that? Why would you want... Yeah, none of that makes sense. It just doesn't make sense. And I just feel like Savannah Guthrie was big on pushing like Virginia Giuffre and all of the victims and the e-files. I think, I mean, look at her, what was it, her ex-husband? Savannah Guthrie's ex-husband. I mean, he's e-file related. I think all of that is just, I don't know. He got an email, TMZ is all about views, look what they done with Celeste. Well, you know, I was thinking that though occasionally, like, you mean to tell me they reached out to TMZ for the Celeste Rivas, the mother, reached out to him first as well to say that that's my daughter's body before you reached out to police? Nobody else finds that a little odd? They said there were details of house situations that only the perpetrator would know. If they're true, was any of that even confirmed? I don't even know that any of that was confirmed yet. As far as I saw, it wasn't when I looked. So we are talking about the e-files and Savannah Guthrie and Nancy Guthrie. That's it. Yeah, it is. I just feel like all of this has something to do with something, guys. It's just that woman was taken out of her bed as a warning. I just find it funny that all of these people start getting mentioned in the e-files, and he's the one that gets the note, or he got his first, as far as I know. I don't know. The other news outlet didn't blast it, but I guess it said what she was wearing, but they don't know what she was wearing, right? I don't know. Nobody else is finding any of this suspicious, though? Man, after reading these emails, and listen, the Harvey thing is absolutely suspicious. Look, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but like, I don't know. Was it Arizona, I think, guys? Wasn't Guthrie in Arizona? Am I mistaken when I say Arizona? Yes. It is Arizona, right. Yeah, okay. And can I ask, why is everything tied back to Arizona? Has nobody noticed that? Do I think Erica Kirk is John Bonet? No. I honestly don't. Although I find it funny that all of the women are blonde hair, blue eyes. Has anybody else noticed that one? A multi-million-dollar home with no security alarms or cameras? No, I do believe there was security cameras, and they were looking into them. What I just read a little while ago, it said that they were looking into the cameras around the house. Did have cameras. So, as far as I know, that they were looking into the cameras. I don't know if they found anything, but there were multiple cameras, they said. Or at least that's what I read. They ripped out the Ring camera. Outside, yes, but not inside. True. Well, the camera was on auto delete. John Bonet's dad had the same lawyers as Jeffrey Epstein. Well, John Bonet's dad and Jeffrey Epstein knew each other. Like, they were at company parties together and they commingled. So So I think it's so funny that all of these quote unquote conspiracies, right? They always say that, oh, people with the tinfoil hats and you're blowing things out of proportion, you're making things up. But how long ago did people say that Epstein had something to do with John Bonet? Now, if you're asking me about John Bonet Ramsey, do I think that Epstein did something to her that night? No. Do I think Epstein may have been involved in the situation? Yes. But I don't believe that he did anything to her. I think that when she was, y'all are going to come for me, when she was hit by her brother, they thought she was dead. I believe that she was unconscious, they thought she was dead, and they panicked because if they would have called the cops or an ambulance to come check her out, any doctor doing a full assessment on her would have seen that there was signs of abuse, right? And so them thinking that she was dead, they didn't want somebody looking over her body and finding that there were signs of abuse. And so they dragged her to the basement and did what they did to give there a reason for there to be signs of abuse. Am I making sense? I gotta watch what I say, y'all. They're coming hard at people. Was DT in the files? Yes. Everything that I've read, and man, listen, it's so emotionally draining. I've been notes and I've got highlighters and it's just so much, guys. And don't look up Pizza Party, okay? Just let me say that. Actually, I should show you guys some of what I saw. So disturbing though. I don't know. I don't even know if you guys would want to because it's so just wild. Just so wild. It's crazy. Donald Trump was in there. Never anything that puts him in any situation. Does that make sense? However, there were pictures all around his house framed of him with Trump. So you can't sit there and be like, we weren't friends and he was out to get me, because you had framed photographs with each other all around your house. And I don't really have framed photographs in my house of people I don't like or that don't like me, right? So I would love to go over it. I've been deep in this since 2020. Sparkles, man. You know what bugs me out the most is the journal. The girl's journal. Have you guys seen that? That one bugs me out the most. And even with, the last pictures, they still had pictures of the journal, guys, got me. I think the journal ripped me apart. I couldn't sleep. I read it the other night. I couldn't sleep. It really just, with the babies and first of all, what are they doing with the babies? What are they doing with the babies? Where are these so-called offspring of Epstein? Where are they? Where are the babies? Are they eating them? Jesus Christ. That's wild. I can't even. But I want to know, where are these babies? These babies, this was how many years ago? These babies are still children. Where are these babies? Where are his supposed elite offspring? Oh my God, did someone just... Oh God. Y'all, that's horrible. I heard that a little before got in trouble. He and DT had a falling out over business. So if they did have a falling out, listen, all I know is these kids are somewhere. And I want to know why people aren't looking a little harder for these kids. Really? It's that hard? You mean to tell me, y'all? But if they had a falling out, would you have picture frames of this person all around your house? There were multiple. I went room by room, y'all. And Trump was in quite a few of them. Why, if you didn't like the guy, and the guy didn't like you, when you guys had a falling out, and you weren't friends like that, why would you have framed pictures all over your house with him? That's not normal people work. Like, normal people don't do that. I only have picture frames of my family and close friends. You're not going to come and see an enemy of mine in a photo frame up on my shelf. So much was redacted, we don't know if he was... Hold on. I'm sure he was in there more. I'm sure he was. Ivory is not my real name, but thank you. But Ivory is not my real name. In fact, y'all are going to laugh, and this is not where I got my name. My name come from something else, but I do have a dog named Ivory. So there's that. Hey, Dominica. Hold on. I have them pulled up. Did anybody... I don't think normal people can understand how elites live and move through life. The amount of names that were mentioned in here. The businessmen and the millionaires and the... Absolutely disgusting, guys. It's absolutely disgusting. You can't trust any... No, you can't trust anybody in this world. They can't release all of them because the masses can't handle it. Where can you see the files? So if you go to the DOJ, the Department of Justice website, justice.gov, it'll bring up the Epstein library. In that you have a search bar. Or they've changed this though. They've taken a lot of it back because there was a lot more here. Or you can go to the DOJ disclosures and they have it's a lot, but they have the files that you can view there. Hold on one second. Why are they covering the names of some... So, first of all, you think that wasn't done on purpose? You're going to cover the names of the perpetrators, but you're not going to cover the names of the victims. Make that make sense. You did that because you knew you would have had to redact it. You don't want them out there. Because they weren't out there for very long, I'm just saying. I'm trying to... Yeah, I think that's wild that they did that. Like, that's just absolutely disgusting. Like, you're going to re-victimize the victims. But you're going to protect the names of all of these people. It's disgusting. Hold on, let me see what my little notes are. I want to try and pull up the journal. The journal, for me, I think, was the most disturbing part. Here it is. And I will show it to you guys. I don't know if I'm going to be reading it, but... Hold on. So much, too, was redacted. The victims who have been and are being called hoaxes. Yeah, I just don't understand. I really don't. I don't get it. Let me see. Here is, here it is. Let me try to get to the first one. This is 6-5. Hey! Who just said hey? Hey, princess, how are you? Hey, guys. I can't. These journals are just so... I can't. They're disturbing. But the one girl was pregnant 3 times. She had 2 babies and a miscarriage. Supposedly one of the babies died, which, where is it? And then what happened to the other baby? Like, where are these babies? Yeah, I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get to a portion where I can read some of it. Because I feel like if you haven't read it, it's that bad. Yeah, Sandra D, we're talking about the e-files. I'm trying to find the one. All right, here's where one of them starts. I'm just going to go with this one. The names are redacted, so blank turned 17 years old on. To send you away and take away your life, ticking time with shortened schedules and waiving all my absent days. Was it worth it? Don't answer that. I know I have never seen. So this is like a scrapbook she did for therapy. It doesn't matter how far away you are, no matter how good you think you are, even the old president, they will get you. He should have been thinking of Chelsea. Gross. In a plane, on a yacht in New York, in D.C., at the Vineyard, on the island, in Palm Beach, it doesn't matter. Disgusting pigs like Alan Dershowitz and Mr. Carruthers and even Mr. Islam will hurt you, especially if Ghislaine is busy or not with you. I feel broken and exhausted. I am so effing tired of this sick and twisted game that is causing so much physical and emotional pain. These pigs who call themselves smart and talk about Harvard act worse than animals. They make a bad name for animals. Just effing sick. Mr. Sauerkraut Kraus and Martin Minsky are gross, but I felt sort of sorry for Mr. Novak. He was as uncomfortable as me. Ivy League schools do not equal smart or good. It seems more like trash. Yucky, but they can't behave. The disgusting Mr. Stolly, if anyone ever calls me Tinkerbell again, I will lose my mind. He left bloody marks on my arms from his belt and thought he had the right to call me that when he has ears as big as Dumbo. You've been a very, very... And it doesn't say anything else there. I know, Audrey. I think I'm going to break. Why would they allow Mr. Leonis waiting this long? Stop, Cat. Why would he bring a friend to make a video? I'm so broken and the procedure was so painful and blood all over the sheets. I can't play this game anymore. I have to ask Jelaine for help. If anyone can make it stop, it would be her. She was so scared because I got so sick and was burning up with a fever. She put me in a freezing cold shower. I can't do this. Mr. Rails and Mr. Erin, blood on their hands. But so does Jeffrey and Mr. Jacobson, Mr. Conway, Mr. Fradenberg, and Bill S. All of them who don't care if this happens. The game stopped, but not in a way that I thought. I did not have to go with anyone except Jeffrey, and now he and Ghislaine are fighting because I am now over 20 weeks with a baby we are certain is his, and I had to go to the Bahamas like this. And for some reason, no plan has been made because he does not want a procedure, and she does. And I'm certain this time, the time is critical, but they won't stop fighting. I do not want to be tied to Jeffrey for the rest of my life. Playing the piano well is not a good reason to think someone has good genes or should have had a baby. What about Ghislaine? I am too young and he is too old. Why is no one doing anything? I don't understand. I don't want this. I don't want other painful procedures, but I do not want this. The company does not protect kids. They use it to find us, and they are everywhere. I cannot escape, and there were clippings of AOL Staler. Yeah. That's wild. And then it shows the pictures of where she's writing this, and it has the actual book there and some poems, and it just goes on and on from there. She goes and tells about how she lost the baby. Hold on. It's hard to keep track of because they got it all over. Here's another one. This is the same girl, I believe. That my names are redacted, that my mom lied about Mr. Glickman all the time. She lied about work trips, about Michigan, and about Clearwater. Now he is dead and I'm being sent to live with her friend. Back and forth for how long? Went to a party at this huge house to meet a man named Mr. Robert and his pretty wife Jill. Same exact British lady from Clearwater was there. She talked to me all night. She wants me to come to her house in Florida so I can learn new things. to get away from Mary. I think I may. No one can prepare you for this shit. I am so effing lost. Why did Mr. Colgan agree to this? Jeffrey treats me like I'm a quote-unquote special property. And when I need Ghislaine, she is working, and Mary is just as batshit crazy as my mom. Joe Gibbs is so nice, but Dan Snyder is a pig. The other girls, well, some are nice, but 3 I hate. Thank God my parents picked me up. For being a Rockefeller, that plane Mr. Dana had me on was scary. Both he and Larry Summers are effing disgusting. Andrew is like his brother in this way. Blank should not brag because that was yucky. Does this lady know you can't have dignity if you've been with him? Yeah, it's crazy. My mother has lost her effing mind, even though Ghislaine said it was best to take me home because Mr. Black is so important for some reason over my health. There is going to be hell to pay. I ruined their trip, and I am dramatic when that fat F bit me. He threw me on the floor and blood all over Jeffrey's carpet, and I am the issue? Who the F bites someone? Sick. No one is that important, and Leon can go F himself. I hate New York. Leon Black was named, underlined words in the poem Birth Cry, Fatso Millionaire. I no longer have 365, I have none. It goes to anyone but me, and I'm tired. People you think are good are bad, like the CEOs who pretend. I heard the heartbeat even when she put her hands over my ears. Aren't pictures enough for them? Torture. Have these all been murders? Does this make me a killer? There are always flights of horror, whether it's Jeffrey, a whole bunch of other people mentioned, being borrowed by a seemingly good federal worker, or even rented. It's all in horror, and nothing is as it seems. I'm so confused by everything, and people you expect to be good, like even old senators like George Mitchell. And I'm restricted. Like George Mitchell, who you would think would be good like a grandpa, they're bad. Mr. Kimsey is deranged. It all is. Hold on. These are found on the Department of Justice website. They're in the e-files. I can... yeah, they're in here. There's just... it's so many. You have this one. So sorry, Jeffrey. These things happen when your body has never been given time to heal, to properly heal. So it came out in the toilet, and I didn't know what to do, so I just flushed it, the tiny little fetus. You've made me numb, and I hate you for this. I hope I never have to see you again. I'm not your personal incubator. Where is the baby? Where is Ghislaine? Then it goes down, and she's got pictures almost like a scrapbook. It's like a scrapbook, yeah. Tomorrow is the halfway ultrasound for Jeffrey. This one stuck. After they took the first baby who survived and the early miscarriage, I think it was called, I no longer feel like a person but a vessel. Will they take this one too? Who has the first one? Where did Ghislaine go? She is never around. I can't let myself get attached. I'm not old enough or mature enough or even in a place to have a baby that I would be responsible for. I'm not even able to focus on anything other than hiding this again. I had to go to the eating disorder treatment prior to being in this situation again and missed the entire fall semester of school. I'm so very exhausted. My body feels so tired. Will I ever be free? I am such a monster. I didn't console her. I can't unhear her screams. They haunt me. I couldn't even bring myself to look at her. I'm a monster. I deserve to be haunted by your screams. I'm so sorry. I am so broken. That's, yeah. Close your eyes, close your eyes, close your eyes. Don't speak. She doesn't talk. I can't stop shaking. It's been a week. A decision was made, but I can't tell Jeffrey. These things happen. Why didn't I close my eyes fast enough? The doctor was different again. I think from Israel. He had kind eyes, but didn't speak directly to me. This was different. A shot and those rod-like things had a hook and so much pain. Ghislaine said to push all the pain away. I don't understand. Blood and water all over the bed, and she was right. Like a feeling when your tummy hurts and you have to push. She said to close my eyes and put her hands over my eyes, but I didn't close them because of these tiny cries. I'm so lost. I saw between her fingers this tiny head and body in the doctor's hands. It reached its tiny arms up and had a tiny foot. I closed my eyes and no more. No more cries. I don't understand. Just say these things happen, but he doesn't believe that. They yelled and screamed, and he said it will be the same in a couple of months, and she said she was fed up with it all. I don't understand what is going on, and no one will tell me. I can't go to school like this. I can't stop shaking. Why won't anyone make it stop? I know Ghislaine is trying, but nothing changes. Why didn't I close my eyes? In the hall, Ghislaine said she was beautiful. She was. Not is. She was a beautiful girl, I heard her. Where is she? Why did she stop whimpering? She was born. I heard the tiny cries. I can't do this anymore. He was right. A couple of months and 2 pink lines would hold on being with others until after it was positive. I want to die. Why didn't she protect me? As long as I am wearing what you want, there's no respect for me as a human. I am nothing but your property in an incubator. You only trust me when I am under your complete control. I will never trust another man ever. I am the only one who provides and sacrifices everything. I give and give out of terror, and you take all of me. You need me to continue keeping us all connected. This is not surprising, but there is no such thing as a child prostitute. They are children and cannot consent. They are missing the biggest in my own backyard, and so many more, like Mar-a-Lago, and where I see Mr. Joe and Miss Ann. Please release me from this torture in hell. Controlled all by Jeffrey. All the time. Get away from it all. And go to New Mexico. What in the hell? This makes no sense. What about school? He is now controlling everything when it used to be Ghislaine, who some days acts like she hates me. Secrets of all of them. I am tired of keeping the secret. I know people are wondering, but I can't tell. I am exhausted. Broken promises. I don't understand why she is treating me on some days like I'm the enemy, but then when we lay in bed together and she is how she used to be, she's warm. He makes her feel my tummy, and it's so sad and confusing. Superior gene pool, why me? It makes no sense. Why my hair color and my eye color? That feels very Nazi-like, but in thinking about these stupid, insane theories he has, I guess in his mind it makes sense. The piano and music comments are made to convince me this is right and will create perfect offspring, he calls them. I don't think it works that way, and it's making me hate playing altogether. Piano or viola, I'm starting to resent them both. I miss the person I was before I was made into what feels like a human incubator. My friend, and it's redacted, realized much of everything and came to get me out of Mary's. She made me leave all things of value on the bed. She put all my belongings in trash bags. I have maybe avoided New Mexico. I've been staying with friends, but never more than 2 or 3 nights because my mother is on the warpath. Blank have been so great, but Blank saw me changing and knows about the baby. He said he promises to help me and we will figure out what to do. My heart belonged to her. She was so very beautiful. She was perfect. I can't bring myself to write what happened. I am beyond broken. I only got 10 to 15 minutes to hold and feed her before they took her. She is mine. I want her back. I feel distraught. Help me. Please, can't anyone find me? Barely survived all those procedures. My heart is gone. April 22nd, I had no choice. I wasn't ready and she wasn't ready. My mother had found me and it was urgent. After so many bonding moments with Jeffrey, Ghislaine, their baby inside me, with me in the middle, she wouldn't even look at me. We said nothing to one another and I was so confused. When we arrived at Palm Beach, I was taken to a house close to Jeffrey's, I think called Ocean Boulevard or Street. But it was close and I was alone except for a new driver, not Mr. Juan. An elderly French lady whose pictures on the wall didn't have her. She had a thick accent and was kind. Said she had been born to deliver babies and been doing it for so long before I was born. Similar as to the last one with shot and hook, but too much blood with so much water and unbearable pain. She put her hands inside me and seemed worried. I didn't understand something about the baby facing the wrong way and putting pressure on a placenta. Things would have to be different. She said I had to be brave and strong. I listened to her directions so she could help me safely get the baby out. I was terrified seeing so much blood on the bed and floor and started to panic. She had me flip over to my hands and knees and had me push and push, and it was excruciating. I could feel everything as she tried to guide the baby out, but I was so tired. I felt I was dying, and suddenly she caught a beautiful baby girl who made more than a whimper, but beautiful cries. She let me hold her and washed her and brought her back clean and perfect. She smelled so good and showed me how to feed her. But only after maybe 15 minutes, Mr. M came to take her away. I was hysterical and begging for more time. He said those horrible girls were in the car waiting, but I wouldn't let her go. The old woman promised me she would be safe, and I had to let her go. 4 pounds, 10 ounces, 18.5 inches long with beautiful long fingers. I am dead inside. Life has no meaning. I don't want to be here. Y'all, it just goes on and on and on. Apparently, she tried to run. Cynthia, that's what I'm saying. And she wasn't the only one. He was trying to procreate his little colony of perfect babies. Like, where are the babies? Where are the babies? They mentioned Jean-Luc Brunel here as a disgusting pig with bad breath. And I'm almost positive does these disgusting things because he is struggling with maybe being gay. I'm not going to say that word, but you guys know what I'm trying to say. I'll get flagged. 6 weeks wasn't even given before being sent back. Punishment for trying to run. Why can no one help me? Ghislaine is gone. I'm so lost and my heart is broken. Is this my destiny? I need them, everyone, all to see. I still always dreamed to build a better world. She went from being a beautiful young girl to a sad, broken child. But maybe a hope that after it all, I still truly had it within herself. One day, I aspire to be like this. She came in like a lamb and went out like a lioness. And then there's like clippings. Yeah, it sounds like he was trying to make them, he was breeding his own little, where are they? Where are these babies? And that's not the first time his offspring are mentioned. They're mentioned multiple times in here. Where are said children? Where are these babies? Like, we're just going to read these email and just whatever. They're talking, FBI's talking about, we can't prove it, so whatever. Like, they're in the e-files, Stray Cat. Like, just whatever. Like, I can, listen, this girl didn't make that up. That's wild. And then Trump is going to be on there talking about, are we still talking about him? So many years later yeah, we are still talking about him. We're still talking about all of you. All of you. So many of them were mentioned. None of you stopped it. Don't tell me you didn't know. Oh, I didn't know. No, yeah, you all knew. We all knew who we all know who we associate with. You all knew who he was back then. You all just sat there and called him out and said you weren't friends with him after we found out who he was. And nothing will happen to these men. That's what I'm saying. How, with all of this, if you proved trafficking with both of them, then that means that you proved they were being transported, somebody was being paid, they were coming from somewhere, they were going to somewhere. That means that you have to know that there were other people involved. Like, you have to know. Why? I don't understand what's happening here. Like, how only 2 people out of all these people? They're dropping names like come on. But only 2 people? Listen, yeah. You would think having information like this would open up Pandora's box for investigations. And here we are. I mean, a girl's dropping Bill Clinton talking about Chelsea. Like, man, I don't even know. I don't even know. Did you send those to anyone in the justice system that is against? Did who send them? I ain't sending. These are they're on the DOJ website. This is what I'm reading in the files. Right. I'm assuming. It's just, man, I don't even know. And then I got totally disgusted, guys. You got him and Ghislaine with the Pope. Listen, I'm losing faith in humanity everywhere, people. Like, the pictures, the people, you all knew who he was. Even if you didn't become involved in the said things, right? The pizza parties. You absolutely knew who he was, and you didn't stop it. You were all just as freaking guilty as the next person. Cut the shit, Trump. Cut the shit, Musk. Cut the shit, this part. All of you who sat, you all knew who he was. You all knew where he got his money from. You all knew, and the emails about the pizza parties and y'all, man, it's wild. Talking about, I want to have a pizza party this weekend. Boris is free, Mr. Feeney's house. Like, we'll have the pizza party at Feeney's. Like, there's an awful lot of adults having freaking pizza parties and nobody's asking questions. It's absolutely wild. I think the same thing with him, Cynthia. I think they're trying to... I think that they believe there's some kind of elite or perfect specimen, and they're trying to... Yeah, I'm trying to say it so I don't get banned, but you know where I'm going with that. Man, listen. It's wild. I'm sitting here, I'm reading these emails, and I'm reading this one's paying this one, and you know what I mean? And listen, I'm even going to say it with Harvey, right? Like, I got a friend, he'll do me a favor. Like, the fact that you could do that MF a favor and you know who he was and who he was in bed with, quite literally, makes you just as disgusting. Just because it doesn't say you did anything, you are who you associate with. You're doing favors for people. You're doing favors for the wrong people. You are just as responsible. I don't, listen, I feel like it goes so far. It's craziness. Thank you. They all protect each other, and that's what I've been saying since day one. Everyone thinks like, oh, it's the Democrats doing it to the Republicans, and they're just trying to take Trump down, and they're just trying to take this. Y'all, it's not even that small. I mean, look at what's his face over there who was just forced to resign today or fired? Not Andrew, the other one. I can't think of his name, guys. What's his name? Because he was named in the files, and can't think of his name. Crap. But I mean, you got the elites of the world. You're talking about Prince Andrew, and you're talking about this one, and It's so big. It's so much bigger than anything political. It is the elite society, the world elite, trying to literally just run the world, and they're putting on this little show for you, this little political soap opera, to keep you looking over here so you're not looking over there. I'm over the bullshit. Like, knock them all down and rebuild it. Get them all off. Knock them all down. It's wild. It's wild. I mean, listen. You got Bill Gates having pizza parties and this. It's wild. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, it just, I can't. I've been trying to go through these and I'm like, how do you even talk about them? Like, I don't even know how to do content on this without like I could cry right now. Like, I'm so angry. The anger is taking over. I am really freaking pissed because, listen, y'all want to go out there and F yourselves? Then go do it. But leave the freaking babies alone. Why the babies? You're making these babies to raise them to be what? To just sit there and be these workers? Like, I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. How many offspring does he have? Like, where are they? Where are these children? I don't understand. Why? Because they're all, first of all, because they're all going to end up gone. The power's too, I mean, how do you sit there and even talk out about this? At this point, let's be real. I know some of you think, oh, he hung himself in a cell. I know a bunch of people think that, oh no, they killed him in a cell. Does anybody else think the man's still alive? Am I the only one that thinks that this man ain't down? That they let him go and he's walking free? He holds too many elite secrets. They're not letting him off himself. I promise you that. They're not letting him. No, I definitely, absolutely believe this man's alive somewhere. You can't, He was too important to them. He was their supplier. I mean, think about it. The P3 activity is like a drug, right? He was their massive supplier. They weren't going to let him go. They need him. He is one of their biggest suppliers. What are they going to do now? Who's, not even that, but if he is gone, well then who took his place? Someone had to have taken his place, because now you have a demand and you got no supply. Who's supplying him now? It makes you really wonder. Remember sitting at the breakfast table when we were younger and you were pouring your cereal, and on the back of the carton it was, "Have you seen me?" And there was always that creepy little face. Those faces on the back of the milk cartons used to scare the crap out of me. But listen, that's like a list of his victims right there. Is anybody, am I the only one thinking this? Like, that was just a list of his victims, throw them out on the back of a milk carton, and, you know? It's just, I mean, I feel like that was like a running joke. Like, you know, like, man, like, that was just, here's my list. I'm going to throw it in your faces. I think that, and I'm going to say it again, though, I feel like the internet, oh, absolutely, it's been going on. I think that the internet is the worst thing that ever happened to these people, because you're allowing us to ask questions in real time, and we can see things, and we can congregate and call people out. And that's why they're trying to take over social media. That's why they're trying to censor everything, because they don't want you talking. Because again, social media is the worst thing that ever happened to us lay people. It just gives us too much power. I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. And they all look the same. A lot of these girls look the same, right? They're trying to keep them to a look. You heard him himself. They're never going to have the black girls, right? That's not what he pictures to be his top elite girl. Like, they're all like these little blonde-headed girls. They're all so far these blonde-headed girls. That's apparently what the elite picture to be there. I'm trying to say this without saying it, but y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm just trying not to get knocked down. But I mean, it's the truth. You know, like, and that's exactly what John Bonet looked like. That's exactly what Erica Kirk looks like, right? They're all the little blondes, the blonde hair, blue-eyed, perfect specimen, or what they consider to be the perfect specimen. So, and that's the John Bonets, that's the Madeline McCanns, that's the, and again, I'm going to go right back to Erica Kirk. I'm telling you right now, we're going to link it to them. I am telling you right now. First of all, they were in bed too much with Trump and his people. Somehow this is all going to be linked. We're not even close yet. And listen, this is not even the big, this is just the tip. This is what they're allowing you all to see. This is what they're allowing you all to see. Think about it. They're letting us see this. Then what the hell is there that we're never going to see? Because there, I can assure you, there is stuff we're never going to see. But if this is that bad, then what the hell? Really? Yeah. Man, I'm sitting here and I'm trying to go through this like the good little content creator that I am, right? Let me bring some information. Let me try and do some content. And y'all, I started off researching, right? And then there's a cop outside my house. I started off researching and then I ended up like angry scrolling. By the time I had this, my husband's like, you gotta get away. You gotta stop. He finally was like, you need to stop. You know, go play with the kids, because he was like, you're getting cranky, you're getting nasty. Like I was getting, it was seriously messing with my head. And I'm like, how do you bring content like this? What do you even say about it? Like, they're all fucked up. Like, our world is run by these fucked up people, all trying to blame the next one, and they're all just as bad as them, and they're sitting there trying to protect this one. Oh, I'm a Democrat. These are the good people. No, Charlie Kirk's, they're the good people. They're all fucked up people. Protect the babies. Keep your babies away. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm, like, I don't even know what to say. Why the children? And then when you're sitting there talking, why are we all going to these awards in dresses where we're freaking naked? Why are we desensitizing us to naked bodies, acting like y'all thought, I mean, listen. We're just going to walk around without clothes on now. Like, we're just going to, like, it's just completely acceptable. It's okay to want to screw kids, but now we got Greenland problems. So, you know, you saw the E-files. That's enough now. We've been talking about them for too long. Like, what is happening in our country? Why is all of this all of a sudden acceptable? Can y'all imagine if this was 20, 30 years ago? Like who'd ever thought we were here to the point where sex is just like, we're so desensitized, it's just like, whatever. Walk around naked with a dress hanging from your nipples. Beautiful! That's fashion. Like, what? You got some sheer cloth hanging from your nipples, honey. You forgot to get dressed before you left your house. I want to give you a psych eval. Why is nobody... First of all, if somebody was walking down the street with clothes hanging from their nipples, half naked, you'd be in jail, but it's okay for them to do it on national television. We're all just okay with that. Like, that's acceptable? Could you all imagine walking down the block with your kids and seeing somebody dressed like that? What would you do? You'd be on the phone with the police. Hello. Because that's crazy. But it's just acceptable to do it. Because it's the awards, right? And I'm a celebrity. I can do whatever the F I want. What is happening? And why are we just sitting by like, okay, just sit there naked, beautiful, take pictures, like, what's happening? I just don't understand where all of this has become acceptable. Like, what's her face walking around in a big plastic freaking naked body, like you look like you were walking around in a freaking condom. Are we for real? You couldn't walk. You look like an absolute fool, and people are applauding you like it's gorgeous. And I think you need a psych eval. Why are these people not getting picked the fuck up? When did we as a society be like, no, that's all right? Because that's the same problem, though, is that we're desensitized to that. Then when they're coming there to the Grammys, half naked with little babies on their side, it's okay, though, because I'm a celebrity and it's acceptable in this world. It's not only in your world is it not acceptable, but in our world, oh, we're above you all. It's acceptable here. Could you all imagine walking down the street dressed like half these people? We would have been arrested. But again, it just shows you that we are all not the same. They are part of the elite, and it's okay. We are being trained to accept that they don't function by the same rules that we do. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That's, I mean, it's first of all, gone is the day when people used to, like, whatever happened to beauty? And don't tell me beauty's in the eye of the beholder, because listen, and now it's not even about like, oh, I want to go looking good. It's like, what would make me stand out and look the freakiest? It's not. It's just showing them that it's acceptable for them, but it is not acceptable for us. We do not play by the same rules as Hollywood celebrities. Again, the elite, right? They're just showing us that the rules are not the same. And yeah, nobody's speaking up about it. Like, nobody's speaking up about it. And they're literally just trying to, the more normal they're making it become, and the more we accept it, the more normal it's going to stay. Like, it's just going to end up being like, well, yeah, it's acceptable for them. Like, it's not, don't even question it. Why bother questioning it? It's, look, see, I can't. Listen, I should have, I need a nap. I'm getting angry. I just don't understand why, listen, y'all, I can't, listen. It's just acceptable. And here is Trump talking about, we should be talking about Greenland. Why are we still talking about Epstein? Well, because nobody did anything about it, in my opinion. And don't give me the crap, you can't prove it. The FBI, you can't prove it. You are one of the better investigating organizations in the world, but you mean to tell me you can't prove that these people were screwing babies? Are we for fucking real right now? I can't. See, I can't. This mouth, man, this mouth. This mouth is going to get me canceled. It's going to get me all of the things because I'm angry. This is Mama Bear coming out. Like, for real right now, listen, put them all in a room 10 minutes with any one of us and you'll know how that would end. I mean, first of all, don't even get me started on Trump and Melania. Right there, you have the right. I'm just so angry. I just don't understand. Hold on, I got a puzzle piece. Why nobody is seeing the fact that the secret society of the elite are literally brainwashing us and trying to make us think it's all okay. Like, that's exactly, it's okay. It's one big mind F. That's really what this all is one big mind F. There ain't nobody voting, nobody counting votes. Cut the shit now with that crap. That crap went out a long time ago. Cut it out. It's just what you want us to watch while you're out there screwing the babies so we don't find it. That's really just what you're putting. Sorry, I have so many obvious questions about it all, though, and I feel like no one else is wondering what I am. Kimberly, you think that, listen, like I said, I'm going through all of this to try and do content, and I'm like, Why is nobody asking the same questions that I want to be asking? Like, why is nobody having these fits that I'm having? Why does nobody seem angry about it? Why does nobody questioning any of it? Like, if this cat, listen, cat, you're on your lap, listen. Who's taking, I'm going to send you away. I don't understand why, I mean, two people? And they're not even two people, because I personally don't believe that Jeffrey is gone, right? Come on, Moo. I don't believe Jeffrey's gone. You can have him, Sandra D. You can have him. I'll send him with a box. I'll poke some holes in the top. The kitty's I think Moo is picking up that I'm angry and but I really do believe that Jeffrey's not gone. And listen, look at Ghislaine. Ghislaine got 20 years, right? Ghislaine is living in a prison that is better than most people's houses. Most people's living communities and areas of living and environments, and like, look at these inner city kids who don't have 3 flops in a cot, who don't get to have arts and crafts and all of these things that Ghislaine is getting as an effing trafficking prisoner. She's literally in a country club when she should have been lined up and she should have been shot. She should have been strapped to an effing chair. You harmed the babies. There is no worse crime than harming babies. There's even, I mean, it's even understood amongst criminals, right? Even the criminals know you can do whatever you want, but don't be screwing the babies. But she gets away with it. She gets only 20 years, and she's sitting in a country club that's better than most of the average people's homes and communities and schools, and she has more at her hands than most average people do. So tell me again how, well, we took care of her. She was, she's sitting in Texas. Are we for real right now? You think she's crying and all upset? I mean, she's upset because she can't be a world traveler anymore. She's upset because the money, like, there ain't no kitties there. Like, that's gone, but she is perfectly fine. Her meals are better than most of these kids in our country. We're paying more for her to sit there in a goddamn resort after, that's supposed to be prison, like federal prison, right? We're paying more money for that woman to get 3 really tasty flops, a really comfy cot, but we don't do that for our own citizens. There are kids that were off because of the snow, that didn't have lunch, that can't wait to go back to school because their bellies are grumbling. There are kids who don't have such a nice comfy bed to sit in, that don't get to go play golf and get yard time and play safely out in the yard and just sit and get fresh air, because the poor kids will be shot because they don't have the money. You're spending more money on Ghislaine Maxwell to be chilling for the next 20 years than anybody who is sitting here busting their ass to pay your taxes. Make that make sense to me. Make it make sense. Her prison cell is probably better than half of our living rooms and half of our houses, right? Let's be for freaking real right now. She is not living in some slum pit jailhouse. She's living in the resort of all prisons. And they even moved her from Florida to Texas because she didn't like the accommodations in Florida. She needed better accommodations. Her food wasn't as yummy. And what did they do? By golly, they moved her to where the food was better and the accommodations were better because, she's a societal elite. So we must maintain them, even when they're in prison. Are we for fucking real right now? Are we for real right now? And then we're going to sit there talking about food stamps? Why do you have citizens on food stamps, but we're paying that kind of money to keep that bitch accommodated? What? What? I can't listen. Listen. I could never be in politics. I could never be one of the elites. Listen, I could never, man. I am so angry right now. I want to say things that are going to get me canceled. I want to scream from the rooftops like, well, what's happening? Like she's a prisoner. She was charged and found guilty of trafficking children, minors, babies, our children, somebody's baby. And we needed, and look at her accommodations. Like, whatever happened to bread and water sitting in the back of the cell? Like, are we for real? Like, whatever happened to prison? Like, it's not supposed to be accommodating. Oh, well, where would you like to go? That's the easiest for you to get by with the next 20 years. Like, no, she should be flung wet in a really cold cell. Throw her a loaf of bread every once in a while. And listen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's just no room in my heart for people like that. I'm just saying. It's wild. I just don't understand. You should get a lawyer to partner pro bono with you like the Boston Priest scandal. Man, honestly, listen, I am one of those people that, yeah, I really, something needs to be done. Like, I just don't understand. Like, you're taking care of this woman, and let's be real. Look at Virginia Giuffre. You think that she really did it to herself? Nope, you got away with another one. And then the FBI is going to say, I'm sorry, guys. We can't prove it. You can't prove it. My fucking ass will prove it. Give me the paperwork. I'll fucking prove it. Don't tell me you can't prove it. You can prove it. But you're all going to go down, and that's why you ain't proving shit. I'm so angry. Prove it? Like, really? Prove it? Prove it. Like, I don't understand. What do you mean, prove it? Didn't him saying that he did it, her saying that she did it, isn't that proof enough that it all happened? Like, what is it that you can't prove? Or is it because, I can't. I'll save that for another day, because if I get into that, this live will never end. I'm telling you. Man, Lois, it started out with a person like you who exposed the archdiocese and took the Catholic Church down. Yeah, man, listen, my problem is I can't. I would end up in jail myself. I can assure you. I need to stay away from this, because I know that I have that in me. Like, I just can't sit here and believe that we as a society are just going to take it from the people who are listed in the files themselves, right? We're going to trust those people. Like, trust me, no biggie. I wasn't doing nothing wrong. I was just hanging with them. You see, we weren't like friends. We were just friends. You know, like, I can't. This mouth is going to get me in trouble. The mouth is going to get me in trouble. I still want to know where these babies are, though. Where are all his little offspring? And then his brother's going to come out talking about, oh, trust me, I'd know if he had children. Yeah, no, apparently you don't. Just saying. Lois, that's it. I don't think that's what people are understanding. Everyone thinks it's an America thing. America ain't crap. America ain't crap. It's the world elite. It's the Putins hanging with the Bibi Netanyahus, with the Trumps, and the world elite are all toying with all of us. It has nothing to do with us as separate countries or politics or any of that shit. It is their societal elite, the world societal elite. That's it. And then you got the rest of us just hanging on for a bone. And you're not worth anything to them unless you can make them money. That's just the way it goes. I mean, yeah, it's just, man, I need to go upstairs. I need my husband to give me a back rub. I need to get a glass of wine and just, because I need to stay away from the Epstein files for the rest of the night, y'all. Tell me to back up, because I can't. The more I read, the more I can go on a spree. Y'all, I'm not even kidding. I just want to go on a spree. because I'm so angry right now. Like, these are our children, your children, my children, her children. These are freaking children. Children are innocent. They have no freaking clue. And you're just, you're hurting children in the most despicable way. Like, even criminals have rules against it. Like, the worst murderers, serial killers in the world have got rules against that. Like, and this is what our governments all over the world, our worldwide governments, are doing to the children. Man. I wonder how Trump would feel if his kids were treated that way. I wonder how Bill would feel if Chelsea was treated that way. I wonder if, you know what, you gotta wonder if they weren't treated that way. So what the hell am I saying over here? Like, there ain't no hearts there. They probably traded in their own kids. I don't put anything past anybody anymore. Man, Lois, I'm just so angry. I'm sure they all did it to each other's kids, because apparently kids mean nothing to them. Kids are just the trick of the trade, right? Kids are just it's the drug. And we know addicts and how they treat the drugs, right? They'll do anything to get their drug. They'll trade their own children. Do I believe that? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yup. Which is why I think Melania, what was his face? And she went and took him away down to Florida and was like, let me just quietly sit back here and raise him because she didn't want her son. Yeah, we know. We know. Absolutely. Every world leader everywhere, they're all involved. You're not becoming a world leader without being involved in this somehow. Absolutely. Like, that's, yeah. But guys, on that note, I am going to go take a mental break because this has been a lot for me today. I'm going to try and do some videos over here. I'm going to do some long form over on YT because I won't get banned as easily over on YT for talking about this. So if you guys are interested, you can go over there. I'm going to start putting them up tomorrow. Honestly, I just hope they're not rants like this, because I just hope I don't get carried away and I can, you know, give you some information and not necessarily a mama bear rant. However, if you want the information, I'll start putting it over there tomorrow. And we will chit chat about this again tonight. Thank you guys for listening to me, you know, rant, because just it's been a long one. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you guys later.